Shalom, shalom. And I just thought I should try something out new. I'm new to doing this. I'm shy, so it's going to be mostly voiceovers, reaction videos, and just calling out unrighteous behavior because I'm a Hebrew Israelite that's in the truth. I walk according to what the Torah say, do laws, statutes, and commandments, and I live for the Most High at all costs. So this video is going to be about marriages, ungodly behavior, ungodly counsel. And where I'm going to start is at Genesis 2:24. I don't know, can't see it. But it says, Genesis 2:24, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Can't see it. But a lot of us that's in the truth don't really do what that scripture says, because a lot of us in the truth is still putting family members before we put our spouses, whether it be our mother, our daddy, granddaddy, whoever. When this scripture says clearly, Genesis 2:24, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And so a lot of us is doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing. Granted. But we call ourselves believers, so we should learn to come up out of the world. We got people that's in the truth that will sit and go and gossip to their parents, their mothers, fathers, and even other family members about things that's going on in their in their marriage, about their marital problems. Excuse me. That's what I meant to say. Instead of trying to read the Bible and say and listen and read what the Bible tells us to do, we go seek counsel from people that we know ain't walking righteously and doing what the Most High telling them to do, or doing what the Most High tells us all to do. And that's why a lot of our households don't get better. Because a lot of the stuff that we do, we are still living like the world. We got people that claim to be believers sitting here having conversations or holding conversations with their ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-husbands, ex-wives about their new spouses and what's going on in their marriages, which is carnal as hell. And we wonder why our marriages don't get better, because we're not seeking counsel from people that may be able to help us. We're not going into the scriptures and reading what the scriptures tells us to do. We're going to worldly people for advice and listening what they tell us to do. But I already know why most people do it is because they don't want to change the things that they need to change about themselves. And so when they go to their mother, their daddy, granddaddy, anybody in their family that love them, they're not going to tell them the truth of what they need to change about themselves. At least most times they won't. Sometimes they might, but most times they won't. And so they keeps us keeps us stumbling and not changing anything about ourselves, and not looking at ourselves in the mirror and realizing that a lot of the things that we need to change within ourselves will never change when the people that's supposed to give us advice is not telling us when we wrong. But granted, if you are in the truth, I just feel like you shouldn't even be going to even get advice from carnal worldly people. You should get advice from the scriptures first and foremost, or talk to an elder that's been in the truth, that know how to handle different marital issues, and pray on it. Going to go get advice from your mother, your father, or people that's in your family. They're just going to tell you what you want to hear, and that's probably why most people do it, because they don't want to change nothing within themselves. They don't want to admit that a lot of things that's going on within the marriage is because of them. They just want to keep throwing the problems at the other person when in actuality is them. And it could be both. It could be both. It could be the husband, and it could be the wife. It could be both of them. But we need to realize that when we get information from carnal people, most of the time, being it is they are our mother or daddy, they're not going to tell us stuff that we need to change within ourselves. It's very less likely that a parent is going to tell their kids that they need to do the right things, especially, and I say that to say this, because especially when they don't like their kids' spouses, and would go at nothing to stop or to have them break up. But I think one of the things that bothers me the most is that people that be in the truth sometimes go off and talk to their old girlfriends or boyfriends or spouses about their new spouses, when that's silly, because you and that person broke up for a reason. You obviously broke up because there was some things going on that y'all couldn't get together, couldn't get right. But now you want to go and tell this person about your new spouse, which is crazy. The scriptures even tells us in Corinthians, I think it's 1 Corinthians 15:33, that be not deceived, that evil communications corrupt good manners. Meaning that if you're a person that's in the truth and you go into the world around people that you know that's not living for the Most High, but you trying to walk righteously, the more and more you go around them, the more and more you talk to them, the more and more that you're going to get seduced and go back into the world at some point. And that's why a lot of people don't wake up when they hear believers such as myself speak about the truth and what we should be doing according to the law, statutes, and commandments, because they see people that claim to be in the truth being a hypocrite. People post on Facebook that they don't celebrate holidays, but then when they go around their family members and they supposed to be in the truth, they celebrating holidays. Hypocrisy. And that's just one of the examples of one of the hypocrisy things that's going on amongst believers in the outside world. That's why we can't wake nobody up, because we're not walking according to what the word says. We're doing something totally different than what we post on Facebook. We post all these scriptures and we convict them of celebrating holidays, and we convict them of doing other things that they do that's wrong. But then when we go around them, we doing it. And we say we got to be long-suffering. We do. We truly do need to be long-suffering. But at the same time, as much as we be long suffering, we still need to tell these people what they doing according to what the law, statutes, and commandments say. Because if you love somebody, you tell them the truth. You don't sit there and lie to them. You tell them the truth. But yeah, this is one of the things that bothers me about marriages, and it has always bothered me about marriage, that you be with your husband or wife, or you know other people that's married, and they go off telling their marital issues to their family members, whether you in the truth or in the world. Sometimes family members don't like the spouses, and they're not going to give you the good advice. And then if you claim yourself to be a believer in the truth, you shouldn't be getting advice from family members that's not in the truth anyway. But like I said, I know why people doing it. They doing it because it feeds their flesh, and at the same time, it's not holding them responsible for the things that they could be doing that's wrong. But yeah, we need to get it together. We need to get it together. Because the Most High not playing with us. He really not playing with us. We got brothers saying you could do polygyny, which is okay. It's in the Bible. It says men can do polygyny. But we need to know what polygyny is. Polygyny is not going off messing with your ex-girlfriend on the low or sneaking off with her and you got a wife at home. That's not polygyny. From what and how my ancestors did it, they wasn't hiding their wives. It's just so much going on in 2021. And I'm one of them people that I like to speak out on unrighteousness, whether it be the man doing unrighteousness or the woman doing unrighteousness. I like speaking out on unrighteousness in the hopes that we get better in our communities. But that's all I got for now. Shalom.